Hi everyone, this month holds a lot of changes in the sky, so let's get started. In the beginning of the month we have the new moon on the 5th of April, and this month the new moon will be in the sign of Pisces, your 4th house, in the nakshatra of Revati. And this new moon will start a monthly cycle where your home life and your own happiness are on the spotlight until the next new moon. And it may be a time where you devote yourself to satisfying your own needs and seeking the comfort of your home for the next 28 days. So it's a time where you may feel more nurtured and have a sense of peace, as Revati is a nakshatra that nurtures and the new moon takes place in your 4th house. Jupiter turns retrograde on the 11th of April in the nakshatra of Mula, and Jupiter has been transiting the Gandanta point in Sagittarius since the 30th of March, and it will be retrograde until August. So Jupiter will start to retrograde in Mula nakshatra and will be there until the end of the month, and this may bring light to what you have been learning for the past months. So you may find that you become more introverted and feel more out of focus, as Saturn and Ketu are restricting your self-identity. As this retrogression takes place in the nakshatra of Mula, you may feel that some aspects of your own identity are being ripped apart. But this usually happens with things that ultimately are not serving your dharma. On the 12th of April, Mercury goes back to Pisces, and Mercury re-enters Pisces while direct, after being there for a while, then going retrograde until Aquarius, and now it's back in Pisces again. And Mercury will be transiting your 4th house, and it's debilitated there. So you may feel emotionally confused at this time and mistake impressions with real feelings. And your relationships and career may also be a bit unstable at this time. This may be a time where you feel more interest in abstract concepts rather than concrete ones. Sun goes to Aries on the 14th of April and is exalted there. So this could be a good time for your father and his health. You may be having more opposition and troubles from seniors at work. Your health might also suffer during this transit, and you may be focusing more in your creativity and fun activities at this point. But it's also a good time to align yourself with higher values, as this is being supported by the Sun, which is exalted. Venus goes to Pisces on the 16th of April and is exalted there. So Venus in Pisces will make you feel more optimistic and feeling that life is worth living. And it's also a good time for religious practices, as Venus is in the 12th house of the natural zodiac, Pisces, because it gives moksha through devotion, through love. And this is happening in your 4th house, which is also your 1st house of moksha in your chart. And your gains may increase during this transit of Venus, and you could be feeling a sense of peace at this time, that everything in the world is in the right order. You can also feel happier when you are in your own home. And we have the full moon on the 19th of April, and this month the full moon will take place on your 11th house, Libra, in the nakshatra of Chitra. And it may be a good time to develop projects related with non-profit organizations and anything about improving the world and being more just. It can also be a time where you enjoy being with a large group of friends. You may feel more conscious of the inequalities of the world and develop your view about the world. Jupiter goes back to Scorpio on the 23rd of April. And Jupiter re-enters your 12th house, the sign of Scorpio, but now in retrograde mode. And Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio will make you reflect about the changes that he has been making you do for the last months, since it entered in Scorpio in October 2018. So this can be a time where you turn your attention within to your own relationship with the divine. And you can also feel that your old emotions and patterns are coming to the surface to be cleared, and allow for a new expanded version of yourself when Jupiter transits to Sagittarius in the end of this year. Saturn goes retrograde on the 30th of April in the nakshatra of Purvashada, and now it's time for Saturn to go retrograde as well, and it will be retrograde until the 18th of September of 2019. And this is a time for reflection where Saturn will be reviewing the changes done in the past months since he entered in Purvashada. So it may be a time where you feel angrier, and also you may feel more pressure at this time than when Saturn was direct, as Saturn will be closer to the Earth. And Saturn is helping you to mature your own self-identity at this time. And Saturn restricts and disciplines us so that we may become a better version of ourselves. This is a great opportunity, as Saturn will only come back to your first house in about 30 years from now. So that's it for this month, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.